Mm, 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 mm. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood, for the IE Network. So, it happened tonight at midnight. Tory Lanez responds back to Meg the Stallion's statements that he shot her in the foot, in both feet. Not just the foot, both feet. Tory Lanez, no, he did not go live. No, he did not do an interview. Tory Lanez dropped an album, Daystar, at midnight on September 25th. The Daystar album has 17 joints on it, and most of the album is talking about that situation, what happened that night, um, him and Megan, and addressing some of the people who had something to say about him during this whole entire thing was going on. And I want to say this first and foremost. Judging from what Tory Lanez was saying on this album, is this not what we were saying in my live on, in case you didn't know, blog? The exact same thing I was saying. It didn't happen at Kylie's house. They were in Kylie's house. Megan invited him, not Kylie. He was flirting hard with Kylie Jenner. Said he had a crush on her. And remember, the report I gave you from my very close ex-friend of Megan, that he was saying he needs him a Kylie. And when he said that, when he said he needs him a Kylie, that's when Megan and Kelsey got mad. All right? Megan and Kelsey. That's the story I got. Even though I can't recall, I have to listen to the album again. I can't recall him even mentioning Kelsey. Mostly this album was about Megan. He also stated in the album that he still cared for her and he would even consider them getting back together. According to Tory Lanez, they were a couple. It wasn't no one night stand, it wasn't no 2 night stand, it wasn't a 3 night stand. According to Tory Lanez, they were a couple. And he even said he will get back, he will consider renegotiating their relationship. Now, a couple of things to tackle here. The most important things. Tory Lanez, I guess all of this, oh, he's not going to talk about it because of the case. No. That is not what it was about. Tory was just waiting to let it build up so he can possibly monetize this situation. It had nothing to do with not talking about it because he talked about it right on this album. And his court case didn't come up yet. So it had nothing to do with Tory don't want to talk because it's an up and coming case. No. Tory didn't want to talk because that album wasn't finished. Now the album is finished, and he's going to say, I'm not just going to come out and talk on a free platform. I'm not just going to come out on an Instagram live and talk. Y'all want to hear my story? You have to buy the album. And that's a smart move. It reminds me of another person album. And we'll get to that before I end the video. But several songs, he says basically he did not shoot Megan. Basically, the Rock Nation and try to set him up, or Megan's people are trying to frame him. He also blamed Rock Nation for calling him and threatening him not to make a statement. Jay-Z up to his old tricks again. He didn't say it, I said it. He did basically say he don't care if Megan knows Jay-Z. So you know Jay-Z's involved in this at some point, somehow. That's the reason why T.I. done went and got involved in it. But to me, the song on the album that is a must listen is Sorry But I Had To. He got it Megan on that record. He got it Rock Nation. He got it Kalani. He got it JoJo. He got it Dream Doll. He got it Masika. He got it J.R. Smith. Tory Lanez was not playing on album cut 4. Sorry, but I had to. Tory Lanez was not playing. All in all, he pretty much still hadn't said who shot her. But he pretty much said that he don't believe she was shot. By saying in the song Money Over Fallouts, how you get shot in the foot and didn't hit no bones or tendons. The same question that a lot of people were asking. That's the reason why I have always said I believe the first report, like you tend to do in the PR world. In the PR world, G is one of the closest people to me, and she's a publicist. Well, she's not anymore, but she was a publicist over 11 years. And she said the very first story, more than likely, is the closest thing you're going to get to the truth. And her very first story was her foot was cut by glass. So that's what I always believed the story was. I said at worst, it was bullet fragments. I never thought she got shot in the foot. I just never thought it. Now, if it turns out that I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. But my opinion is, I never thought she had gotten shot. I thought there's a possibility that there was bullet fragments in her foot. But for the most part, I just believed it was glass. He addresses, and what do we find out? Oh, Tory, why did you do it? Basically said Meg the Stallion was jealous of Kylie Jenner. Oh, the black women gonna be mad, Tory. Ain't nobody, we a black queen. Ain't nobody jealous of that white bitch. Oh, yes, she was. Oh, yes, she was. Megan said she wasn't. Tory said she was. So, but Megan and Kylie don't talk. They haven't seen each other since. People say they unfollow each other. I'm not sure if they were ever following each other, but if they were, they are definitely not anymore. Tory basically said the whole industry turned their back on him, and people at Rock Nation are trying to set him up. Basically saying that Rock Nation's responsible for him for his for the police report saying he was 5'3", and he basically said he's not 5'3", he's 5'7". So Tory Lanez has come out and basically said he did not do it. He said that on multiple occasions, but he's not saying who did. So we still, even though Tory came out, and that's a good thing, everyone was asking for him to clear his name, including myself. Well, he did, kind of, sort of. And let me tell you about this album. You know what this album reminds me a lot of? Same concept. Everybody could not wait to hear this person respond back to another person and hear the connect the dots to the story. And funny thing is, they're from the same place. This album reminds me a lot of Scorpion. Remember, everybody could not wait to Scorpion to come out so they can hear Drake address the baby and address Pusha T. This is Scorpion all over again. It has that same feel. You're waiting for Tory to connect the dots, just like we were waiting for Drake to connect the dots about his son, which he did on that album, about how the information got out, which he did on the album. This album is Scorpion all over again. And you go listen to that song, the one I was just talking about, Sorry, But I Had To. He destroyed some shit on that record. So now, what about Meg Thee Stallion, who said, plain as day, Tory, yes, that nigga Tory shot me. But then I believe there's a part in one of the songs where he said he didn't do it, but he can't prove it. I have to double check. I believe he said he didn't do it, but he can't prove it. This is, once again, I said, was the strangest case I have probably ever seen in music, especially hip hop. So, what do y'all think now that Tory Lanez has spoken out? Please don't give me a opinion because you don't like Megan, or you don't give me an opinion because you don't like Tory. I want honest opinions. Did she shoot herself? I mean, did she knock the glass out on her own and then stepped on glass? I mean, now that you hear Tory Lanez pretty much said they were a couple, he's still in love with her and he would take her back. Wow. Even after you said all the things you said, she's changing because of her friends are in her ear, she's letting her friends ruin him. He said he would rethink their situation if she wanted to. But Tory Lanez has spoken. What do y'all think? I think the album is a nice piece of work. And I'm telling you, man, I didn't think Tory was that good. I knew he was a pretty good singer. I didn't think he was that good, but I'm telling you, Tory Lanez could battle Drake. He could. Everyone knows that I am a Drake fan. Now, Tory may not be as nice as Drake, but I'm telling you, he is very, very close. People don't realize that he is very close to Drake. Meaning, if they went out and had a song battle, I think Drake would win. But Tory has some pretty, uh, very exciting tracks on this album, man. Whew, I really enjoyed it. Um, I wish he would have went into who did shoot her. I mean, like I said, if you're gonna say it wasn't you, then who did it? That only leaves your bodyguard, Kelsey, and that's pretty much it. So what did happen? He's not gonna tell us that. But I don't want to hear nothing now about he can't talk because of the case, because he just spoke on this album. It's the same thing. He just talked on this album. Pretty much did everything except say who shot Meg Thee Stallion. So, do y'all believe Tory? Y'all believe Megan? I know one place you need to believe, and that is, in case you didn't know, .blog, ICYDK.blog. We pretty much told this whole entire story, and Tory Lanez pretty much confirmed it. We told you about the argument. We told you that he was pushing up on Kylie Jenner. He pretty much called Kylie Jenner an angel, a baby in the manger. Go ahead, Tory. Boy, that Kylie Jenner got these motherfuckers twisted. He admitted it. He had a big crush on Kylie, but he did say if he knew Megan was going to leave, he would have left with Megan. He pretty much didn't know Megan was going to leave. So, go listen to the album if you want to hear things tied together. No, he didn't give you full on what happened. I didn't shoot her. So and so shot her. So we're gonna see what happened. Do you believe Tory Lanez or do you believe Meg Thee Stallion? Let me know in the comment. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for y'all support. Peace.